In Succession Season 4, Episode 3, Logan Roy dies in a dramatic plot turn that alters everything for the show's conclusion. The question posed in the show's title has become even more pertinent now that it is known that Succession Season 4 will be the last. That in turn implied Logan's demise was at least a possibility, as it was the most likely scenario to ensure some sort of power transfer actually took place. Even with the Gojo deal in the works, true succession has looked unlikely. However, it comes as a huge shock that the death occurred at such an early stage. There wasn't much to indicate that Logan would die in Succession Season 4, Episode 3. In fact, the fact that it was Connor Roy's wedding suggested the contrary. The anticipated drama was expected to emerge from the wedding and the family conflict that is inevitable with all the Roys gathered, because that is itself a significant occasion that was planned to bring together the majority of Succession Season 4's cast. When Logan dies, those expectations are upended, overshadowing Connor's wedding, which feels appropriate in and of itself, and virtually anything is now possible. Although the precise cause of Logan Roy's death in Succession isn't stated, cardiac arrest is probably certainly what happened. The specifics of Logan's death were revealed through conversations between members of his close circle, such as Tom and Frank, and his children, Kendall, Roman, and Shiv. Logan was last seen alive entering his plane. Connor, again fittingly, is kept a little more out of the loop. It has been found that Logan used the lavatory on board the aircraft before collapsing and needing chest compressions. This would all be consistent with cardiac arrest as the cause of death. From his stroke in Season 1 to falling on a stroll and later getting piss-mad from a UTI in Season 3, Logan's health has been in question throughout Succession. All of it, along with the added stress brought on by his disputes with his family and ongoing battle for the company's future, probably had a role in how Logan passed away in Season 4 of Succession. The death of Logan in Succession Season 4 is not shocking, but it's happening in Episode 3 most certainly is. There are still 7 episodes left in Succession Season 4, and given that a large portion of the plot seems to center on Logan versus his children, with all the twists and betrayals it entailed, everything has now been revealed. Everyone else was playing checkers while he was playing chess, but now the board itself has been destroyed to create room for a completely new game. Given that the first 2 episodes of Succession Season 4 were strong but stuck to the predetermined plot, it is likely for this reason that Logan was eliminated so early. Now that the established order has been irreparably upset, the remaining episodes have a renewed sense of freedom. After all, if Logan was always going to die and the conflict between the kids is what matters most in Succession, the focus should shift to that for the resolution. Logan has always been an extreme character, but in Season 4 of Succession, he seemed a touch different. His somewhat unusual statement at the ATN offices showed a man who was desperately trying to hold on to his influence and relevance, while much of what he had established was preparing to outgrow him. His apologies to his children, which was shocking in and of itself, suggested a man who may have felt he was running out of time. The idea of Logan as a man who is losing both time and power, and doing all he can to address both, has greater significance and stronger justification after he passes away in the first half of the season. The fact that Logan's death occurred sooner than expected gives us plenty of time to examine the consequences. One of the most intriguing cards Succession has left to play is how the remaining Roy family members, as well as other characters, respond to the news and what choices they make as a result. The relationship between the siblings is already tenuous, so watching how this both brings them closer together and drives them apart should make for even more twists and turns leading up to the conclusion. The control of Waystar Royco and the Gojo contract are the 2 most pressing concerns concerning what will happen after Logan's death. Of course, the Roys' loss of their father will take some time to process personally, but given how the family operates, it is likely that they will swiftly turn to power plays and jockeying for status. Carl, Frank, Carrie, Tom versus Kendall, Roman, and Shiv are some of those battle lines that have already been established. But with the Gojo transaction on the line and control issues so pressing, there will certainly be many shady dealings and backstabbings in the future. The Gojo agreement was already in risk, and Logan's death raises additional questions about it. Lucas Matson may carry out his warning to leave immediately if it occurs.